Welcome to Infinity Capital, everyone. This is Raj. So today we are going to talk about Aarti Drugs Limited. It's an API manufacturing company, and Aarti Drugs is a part of the Aarti Group, which also owns Aarti Industries, right? So it's a very big group, and so Aarti Drugs, basically they are into APIs, active pharmaceutical ingredients, and they have over 12 therapeutic segments. Out of those 12 segments, their expertise is in antibiotics and antidiarrheal segments. So antibiotics, why the emphasis is on antibiotics in this video is because due to COVID, a lot of antibiotics medicines have been prescribed by doctors to all patients. So my calculated bet is that for the coming 3-4 years at least, we are going to be in this sort of a process where people will contract COVID. We have seen cases in UK as well, where there is a Delta variant. So, UK had lifted lockdown, and when people went out, cafes and bars or outside, they contracted this Delta variant. So, chances are that we have to live with this for the next 3-4 years at least, and doctors will continue to prescribe antibiotics and all of these sort of medicines, and that will basically help these sort of companies to make money, right? So we will quickly go over the conference call also. This is the latest conference call. So API contributed 79% of the total revenues to the company. So they also make specialty chemicals and intermediates, right? So that is approximately 8% of the revenue. And formulations, basically formulations are your finished dosages, your medicines. They contributed around 13% of the revenue. So the formulations that they make is of generic nature. I have not done more study on the kind of specialty and intermediates that they make, because I am going to keep the stock for only 2 quarters or so. So I haven't done in-depth study, but this is a company worth looking at because they've been having accelerating growth and profits are also growing. So something worth looking at, right? Therapy wise, if you'll see, antibiotic category contributed 44% of the total revenue. So roughly around 50% of the total revenue is from the antibiotic categories. And antibiotics are not the only drug. It's not only given to corona patients, guys. It is given to most people. If you have cold fever, and if you have cold which is going on for multiple days, and if you're not recovering, any sort of to begin with, for any disease, any problem, antibiotics is a very normal prescription that most doctors give. Anti-diabetic has around 10% of their revenue. Then anti-inflammatory is around 12% of the revenue. So diabetes, as we know, India is the diabetes capital of the world. So this also is a good therapy to be in for a company, to generate revenues. So guys, you can go and read the conference call. It has a lot of information about the company, its products. There are analysts who join in from various big institutions, and they ask questions. So there are a lot of things that you get to know, because everybody has their own mind. They look at companies differently, and they ask all kind of interesting questions, and your knowledge about the company grows further, right? So let's quickly go over and see what is the shareholding patterns. Promoters hold 60% of the stake, so that is good, something that I'll always like to see, promoters holding more stake. The only thing is that there aren't many institutions here. There's only 2% of FIIs and 2% of DIIs, right? So if there were more institutions, I would have loved to see more institutions participating in this company. Okay, so that's that. On the cash flow front, they've been generating cash flows from operations. So this looks pretty good. On the balance sheet front, they don't have any significant borrowings. So their market cap is 6,700 crores. It's a mid-cap company. For a mid-cap company, they only have 300 crores of borrowings, which is pretty all right. Another thing that we can check on their rating is they have bank facilities of 1600 crores, right? So they've taken bank facilities for working capital, operational uses. And so this is something that you need to just take into account. So, CRISIL has rated this A, basically the rating has been enhanced. Okay. So this is good rating, just good to know information, guys. Always go for companies whose whatever sort of long-term rating, short-term rating, NCDs or commercial paper they are holding, it should have good rating. So the ratings have been affirmed to CRISIL AA stable, right? So that way. Let's move on to the other aspect, the profit and loss aspect. Now, if you'll see, they've doubled their revenues in the past 5 years. 2017, they were doing revenues of around 1200 crores. Currently, they are doing revenues of 2200 crores, right? And if you'll also noticed that this company enjoys pricing power, because if you'll see, they have very steady margins, between 14 and 17. So if we do an average of these years, it will come to around 15% or so. So very steady margins, right? Their margins have improved further. It's gone up to 20%. So we'll have to see, if these margins are sustainable or not. So we'll have to see going forward, right? And on the profit front also, they were making around 80 crores of profits in 2017. And last year they made around 280 crores. So the profit has also gone up by around 340 basis points, right? As compared to last year, the profits have doubled. So this is the reason why there was a massive rally in RT drugs. Okay. Let's do a quarter on quarter check. March sales were much higher. Okay. But the profit came in a tad bit lower. All right. So what we have seen, we'll just do a quick PE check also. The median PE is around 17. This is the 5-year median PE, and the stock is trading at a PE of around 24. Now, what we have to keep in mind, guys, that API companies are doing extremely well right now. So if you look at Laurus Labs, Suvain Pharma, Granules, and Solara Active Pharma, right? Newland Labs, Heikel, Copran, all of these API companies are doing very, very well. So there is huge industry tailwinds in the API segment. Let's try and find out the max median P. So the max median P is around 15 and the stock is trading at a P of 24. So from a P front, I find that it's a tad bit overvalued, but considering the fact that there is industry tailwinds in the API segment, my guess is that this stock there might be a sideways consolidation in this stock for a pretty long time, right? So let's quickly look at the charts. If we look at the chart here, the stock has been on the left, if you'll notice, the stock has been consolidating since August last year. So it's been almost a year that the stock has not done anything. Okay, the 200-day moving average is trending upwards, the 50 days trending sideways, right? So it's been almost more than 200 days. The stock has just gone sideways. Okay, prior to that, if you'll see that the stock did a massive rally. So prior to that, the stock was basically in this between 2015 and 2020, the stock was basically just consolidating within this area. This is the area between 100 and 223. Then the stock broke out fiercely and now it is consolidating again. So you might ask me, why do I want to enter this stock? So most important thing is that there is industry tailwinds. IPI companies are doing very well. 44% of their revenue comes from antibiotic therapy, which is one of the most highest prescribed sort of a medicine to corona patients. So I think that there is room for growth in this company, and we can see higher profits moving forward. So what is my strategy here? So basically I have been accumulating the stock in this price range. between 700 and 740. I have been accumulating the stock within this price range. Okay, what sort of targets am I looking at? So I would be flexible with my targets. I'll have to watch for the next two quarter of earnings and figure out what is happening with the company. If there is no deterioration in sales and profits, I will continue to hold this stock, for the next 2 to 3 quarters for at the very least. Okay. Another noteworthy thing is, guys, if you see the volume is very low, that gives us an indication that we can take a calculated bet that supply is sort of thinning out. Supply is thinning out, right? We can take a calculated bet on that. So this is the analysis, guys, looking to been accumulating within this range. I have pretty much bought a full position. Once it starts breaking out, I'll probably add to my position depending upon where we are in terms of how the market is trading, how the pharma stocks are trading. So this was the overall analysis, guys. A quick disclaimer: this is not a buy sell recommendation. It's an educational video. Thanks a lot for watching.